Well-built shoulders can take an ordinary physique and make it look truly aesthetic. But when you train them the wrong way, instead of creating full, rounded delts, you end up with shoulders that look flat and unimpressive. So let's fix that. The truth is, your shoulders get used in almost every upper body movement, but being involved is not the same as being properly trained. Most of the time, they're only assisting, they help out, but they rarely become the main focus. And that is why someone can build a decent chest and back, yet still have shoulders that do not stand out. No roundness, no width, no real V-taper. So what actually works? 3 exercises. That is all you need to bring your shoulders up. And yes, you can do this at home. But first, you need to understand that your shoulders are made up of 3 main parts: the front delt, the side delt, and the rear delt. The front delt is responsible for lifting your arm forward and upward. That means push-ups, dips, and presses all train it to some extent, but not in a direct, targeted way. The side delt is the part that raises your arm out to the side. This is the muscle that gives your upper body more width and helps create that broader, more aesthetic look. Then there's the rear delt. It sits at the back of the shoulder and usually gets ignored, but it plays a huge role in posture, balance, and giving your shoulders that complete look from every angle. So if you want shoulders that look round and three-dimensional, you need to train all 3. Exercise 1. Pike push-ups. This one only needs a bit of floor space and a willingness to let your ego suffer for a moment, because pike push-ups look simple until your shoulders start working. Here's how to do them. Start in a regular push-up position, then walk your feet closer to your hands until your hips rise high and your body forms an upside-down V. From there, bend your arms and lower your head toward the floor, aiming between your hands. Then press back up. That is 1 rep. Make sure your hips stay high the whole time and keep your elbows slightly tucked so your chest does not take over. If you're doing it properly, your shoulders should be burning fast. Aim for 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps. Once you can get 12 solid reps with good technique, make it harder by elevating your feet on a box or chair. The higher your feet, the more upright your body becomes, and the more the movement starts to feel like a true shoulder press. Now, if your wrists start hurting during pike push-ups, that usually means they're under load in a bad position. An easy fix is using parallettes. They allow your wrists to stay neutral instead of bent, which reduces unnecessary stress. And that's not the only advantage. Because your hands are elevated, you can move through a deeper range of motion. That means more stretch, better muscle recruitment, and stronger results for your shoulders. Plus, parallettes are cheap, take up almost no space, and can be used for a lot of exercises. A small tool, but a big upgrade. Exercise 2. Band lateral raises. If you want to build shoulder widths, this is one of the best moves you can do. Grab a band, but make sure it allows you to move with control through the full range. If the band is so heavy that your form breaks down, it isn't tough, it's pointless. Stand on the middle of the band and hold 1 handle in each hand. Keep your arms by your sides with a slight bend in the elbows. Then, raise your arms out to the sides, but slightly forward rather than directly out. That usually gives better shoulder activation. When your hands reach shoulder height, pause for a second. Then lower slowly. Do 4 sets of 12 to 15 clean reps. If 15 reps feels easy with perfect form, then progress. You can either use a stronger band or make the same band harder by slowing the tempo. Take 2 to 3 seconds on the lowering phase, then raise with control. That one adjustment can make the same resistance feel much more challenging. Now here's something important. You can train your shoulders hard, but if you're carrying too much body fat, they won't stand out the way you want. Shoulders are very visual. Their shape matters a lot, and extra fat tends to blur that shape. So if you want that capped, rounded shoulder look, getting leaner matters too. Exercise 3. Ring face pulls. This is the movement almost everyone skips, and that's one big reason so many people have shoulders that look incomplete from the side. If you want a full 3D shoulder look, you need to train the rear delts. Most people do far too much pushing, push-ups, dips, and presses, So the front delt gets hammered, the side delt gets some work, and the rear delt gets left behind. That creates imbalance. Your posture starts slipping, your upper body loses that strong, athletic look, and eventually, your shoulders begin to feel beat up even though you think you're training hard. That's not random, that's poor balance in your shoulder development. Here's how to do face pulls. Set up rings or a bar at about upper chest to face height. Grab them, lean back with your body straight, and fully extend your arms. From there, pull the handles or bar toward your face while keeping your elbows higher than your wrists. At the top, allow your upper back to round slightly so you hit the rear delts harder and don't turn the exercise into just another rowing movement. Pause and squeeze, then return slowly and under control. Don't rush these. If you speed through them, you lose the point of the exercise. Go for 4 sets of 12 to 15 controlled reps. If it feels too hard, step forward to reduce the load. If it feels too easy, walk your feet forward until your body is closer to horizontal. You can also raise your feet on a box or chair to make it more demanding. And here's why this movement is more important than it looks. It doesn't just train the rear delts, it also strengthens your rotator cuff. These are the smaller muscles that keep your shoulder joints stable. You can't really see them, and they're not the muscles people flex in the mirror, but they matter in almost every upper body movement. Neglect them, and eventually something starts hurting. Train them, and your shoulders stay healthier, stronger, and more stable. So now you have the full picture: front delt, side delt, rear delt. Run this routine 1 to 2 times per week, and your shoulders will finally start to stand out. If you want a physique that looks balanced and aesthetic, shoulder training cannot be random. It has to be complete, because impressive shoulders aren't built by doing more. They're built by doing the right things.